Hey guys, it's me, Christy Lee, and it is, what is today? Friday, November 4th, right? Right, yes. So many of you saw that I put up a very long vlog yesterday, just basically taking you through the week that I had without a phone. Not a whole lot going on, just a bunch of rambles. It's very nice to be back. I haven't been doing a whole lot on my phone since I got it, to be honest. I did try to respond back to all the comments I received while I was away, and thank you guys for sticking by me as I went through that. I told you guys in my vlog, if you watched it all the way through, I think it was towards the end, I was talking about food. Eric had told me that we were going to eat a real meal, a good dinner last night after he got paid. So we went to a place that I had heard about a couple of years ago, and we never tried it, so we decided to try it. It's a barbecue place. It's called Toby's. Excuse me while I try to get my hair under control. It's a little whacked out today. And it was like this little mom and pop place inside. Like nobody wore uniforms. They were all in just normal clothes. The lady that ran it was like a grandma, you know, and like she talked to us, just good country folk, good home cooking. It was a really nice place, and she's like, everything's made to order. It's not fast food, so you're probably going to be waiting a while, whatever. Well, I got the pork roast, and Eric got some kind of barbecue potato, and I'm going to insert a clip here of the food that we got. Alright, so we got us some home cooking. Beef stew, potatoes, cabbage, mac and cheese, cornbread, french fries, some kind of barbecue loaded potato thing.
Delicioso.
Delish.
I'm so happy.
And 2 desserts with it. Nice.
Some pudding.
Pudding. And
She gave us the pudding for free too.
yeah, and a blondie.
That was nice of her. I think that's gonna be our spot.
And some good sweet tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have not shown you guys the bottles that I found. I talked about in my blog video, but I finally was able to figure out what they were, because the very first one I found, it looked like it said Dobson's Silvertone on it, and as soon as I got the phone on, that's the first thing I tried to figure out is how old this bottle is. You know, it's one of my many collections, old bottles, and I couldn't find it anywhere, nowhere. Every time I put in Silvertone, I got guitars, or I put in Dobson's, I got some political guy. Well, when I got home yesterday, I looked at it better, and it actually was not Dob with a B, it's Dodd with a D, and it's not Silvertone, it's Livertone. So it's some kind of medicine from the 1910s is where the approximate age of this bottle, from 1903 to 1908 to 1923 or something like that, is the years that they made the bottle the way that they did. Spada.
Hey love, can I have some of that drink?
Yep. I'm recording, you want to say hi?
What?
So I'm recording, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Alright, weirdo. Lighting was better when I opened the door, wasn't it? See? Not fuzzy anymore. It's crazy how that works. Must be the tinting on the windows. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh. Dobson's Livertone, okay? So from about the 1910s, and it was made by Owens Glass Manufacturing Company, the bottle itself. Dobson's Livertone was like some kind of elixir or tonic or whatever you want to call it, medicine that was sold by your local druggist and I found an advertisement in a newspaper from California from 1918, talking about how some other medicine that you would take for feeling sluggish or whatever makes you sick and puts you out a day of work. And the advertisement almost made no sense. It was just a ridiculous, I guess that's just how they talked back then, but it was funny. It was hilarious. And Eric was reading it this morning, and we were both just kind of like cracking up. But I'm going to try to insert the advertisement into here so you can see what I'm talking about. But it was so cool to, I don't know, there's just something about finding stuff like that and researching the history and where it comes from, and finding advertisements. It just makes my day. And then there was 3 smaller bottles. One of them didn't have any writing or any maker's marks or anything like that on there. Good job. I'm still waiting for my last Amazon order to come through so I can do the unboxing. I'm starting to think that somebody stole that. It was a set of like 26 makeup brushes or something for like $4, so I'm not expecting anything great, but I had $4 left on my Amazon. I'm like, how can I spend it? And that was all ordered with the coin and the coin books and things like that I got, that Eric got. And then, and what else? I was thinking of doing some recipe. Oh, I was talking to, it was Retro Mickey was talking about his stews that he makes, his veggies and stuff. I love vegetables. I am a vegetable, I'm a herbivore. Yes, no, I love veggies. When Eric was asking me what I wanted to eat last night, like, where do you want to go here, do you want to go here, what do you want, what are you really wanting to eat? And all I could think of was carrots and green beans and corn on the cob, and like I just like salivating at the thought of fresh vegetables. Don't get me wrong, I like meat sometimes too. Chicken basically, and steak, bacon. It's a recipe that I got from my Nana, and I'm not sure where she got it from, but it's called taco soup. It's similar to chili in a way, but also different. It's got ground beef in there. It's got some sort of beans. I want to say it's kidney beans. It's got corn, like, you know, pieces of corn in there. Stewed tomatoes. It's got green chilies. It's got ranch dressing mixed into it, like the powdered where you make your own. And then it's got taco seasoning in there. Black beans, I think. But it is so good. It's one of my favorite. I don't know if you would call it a stew or a soup. They call it taco soup, so I guess that's what it is. But it's so delicious, and you can customize it however you want. So I was thinking about doing a video where I show you guys how I make it in case you want to. Not very expensive to make. I sometimes even leave the meat out because I'm not a huge meat eater, and hamburger is my least favorite of all meats. Well, normal meats, because, you know, there's liver and gizzards and things like that that I don't touch. Venison. Okay, so finally here are the things, fucker, the bottles that I found so far. Here's the Dodson. Here's the Dodson's Liver Tone. Obviously, I haven't been able to clean it. Here's the one that's unmarked. But you can see the bubbles in the glass, which is supposed to mean that it was done a certain way and it has a certain age, but I haven't really got into that. Here's what I believe is, or was, a perfume bottle. Not sure. And then here's the other little medicine bottle. Alright guys, before I lose daylight completely, I want to show you what we got going on here. So right there is, it looks to be the bottom of a large bottle. This is the top to a bottle. I think it's broken. Well, you can see it's cracked, but I don't think it's a whole bottle. This I also think is not a whole thing. It's cracked right here. And this looks to be the bottom to what is hopefully a fully intact bottle. Eric has found an old button right here made of metal, this thing, and I just found this. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you these two things that I just found. We found one similar to this, maybe slightly bigger I believe, by the front porch. This says Royal Crystal on it. I think that's different than the one that we found before. Then I found this. It's broken and it's only sticking together because I got it wet when I cleaned it. But it is, there's my thumb, so about an inch tall. And it's just like a glass, little glass, I don't know. Don't look that way. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. It'll fall apart in a minute. What?
Help me!
Eric found this fork the other day. There's no markings on it, so I don't really know how to do any kind of research on it. It's quite heavy, and pretty sure it's made out of maybe a copper coating, and I don't know what's underneath there. It's not rusted, and it's heavy, so I don't know. And here are some pieces that I found that I washed up, just to show you kind of what I'm finding there. So this was patented in 1923. Just the bottom of a glass bottle. I don't know why I find this stuff so interesting, I just do. Here was one that was patented in 1915. Here's an example of some of the tops I'm finding. They're not like early 1800s or before that, because the seam goes all the way up to the top, but this is a cork top. Here's, I don't know, syrup, something, some kind of pour. And again, I don't know how old this trash pile is. This is, it's got two pieces, so when I can connect them, they make the top of the thing. But this says wire side. So I don't know what that was all about. Here's the other piece here, and it doesn't say anything. Oh, I'm wrong. It has a C or a G. Is that a G? Does this spell something else if I turn it inside outwards? No. Still says wire side. Okay. Here's some more of the tops that I'm finding. And here's just an example of some of the colored glass. And I have more examples to show you, but I had to leave the vicinity because there was a drunkard next door. I guess they were having some beers by the bonfire, and he decided to come take a pee right next to the fence, right next to where I was. And I know he saw me, and I know he heard me, so I'm not sure what was up with that, but I had to leave, had to get out of there. But yep, we're gonna eat dinner. Just wanted to share some of these interesting, well, to me, interesting finds. this, not sure. This looks like some kind of tile that was used at some point. And then this was like some sort of decanter. I thought it was like a decanter, but the more I look at it, I realize it has a rim, so it must have been the lid to something, and I can't get it to go back together. But basically it was sitting in the hole fully intact until I messed with it, and then it fell apart, and that upsets me. But I've got most of the pieces. I lost a few, and then this was on the top of it. If anybody knows what that might have been. Kind of thought it was some sort of bomb. Freaked me out for a second. Eric just found 2 more cars, a bunch of pennies. We have found so many pennies. And then here's that thing I was showing you that he found earlier. Alright, I'm gonna go. I've been talking for way too long. I'll see you later. Love you guys. Bye.